What's going on, guys? Rick with Rick's Toy Room, and I am super behind on my video uploads, so by the time you guys see this video, last week videos will just now be getting uploaded. I've been busy as all shit, so last weekend we did, basically we had a Halloween weekend a week ahead of time, so a lot of the crew was going to be busy this week with other holiday plans, and I've been wanting to throw a Halloween party, but just couldn't make it work. Like, trying to find a venue, trying to find enough people to make it worth my time, get it decorated, get it catered. Like, that was going to cost me a small fortune. So I was like, well, if I'm going to blow a small fortune, I might as well do it with a very small group of friends and just have a really great time. So basically, me and the crew started last weekend off. Last Thursday, we did a comedy club. We went and saw Carter Anderson stand up at Wesley Chapel at the Grove Side Splitters. That was an experience. The show itself was good, but the comedy club was inside of the actual movie theaters. They took an old screen that they basically decided not to upgrade, turned it into a backdrop for the comedy club, let the comedians come up on stage, and then set up some little tables. And to say the least, the venue itself felt janky, but the show was good. Friday, we did a haunted boat. We did the Undead on the Water 3. So that was really fun. It wasn't super scary. I mean, it wasn't really scary at all. Me and Dusty sat there singing fucking Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time. We were doing all kinds of goofy shit. Sam was really scared. She kept getting freaked out. But it was crazy. So we got about 75% of the way through the ship, and one of the areas there was a just a dark hallway that they just had like red lights and fog in. So I started singing ICP. I was singing fucking Boogeyman, right? I was like, boogie, woogie, woogie, woo. Here comes the Boogeyman. I sing that, and one of the actors jumps out. He starts singing it. And then he starts singing Who's Going Chicken Hunting. So I was like, oh shit, they got some juggalos on the boat. So that was really cool. It wasn't super busy when we were scheduled to go. So they let the crew go a second time. Sam and I stayed back. Sam wasn't really feeling the second trip, so I hung back with her and just, shot the shit while I waited for everybody to come back through. So that was really cool. And then Saturday we did the Spookeasy at the Cuban Club in Tampa. So they were doing the Edgar Allan Poe Chapter 2 Spookeasy, and it was not what I was expecting. Like, the way they made it sound, where we're going to have like our own little intricate tables, and they were going to bring you these drinks, and they were going to be like Edgar Allan Poe readings. And really, they took the Cuban Club, they made a little theater stage, they did the readings, handed out drinks, did the readings, handing out drinks. Again, it was super low budget. It was cool. Like, it was a new experience of something to try and do. So I thought it was pretty, like, it was decent. I felt that it would have been cooler. Like, where I was sitting, I had this numbnuts big ass head in my way, so I was having a hard time seeing the performers like read the Edgar Allan Poe stories. And from where I was sitting, the way it was set up, they actually had like these red lights beaming on the actors, and it caused like this really big shadow. And I actually found that more interesting to watch and look at during the reading than trying to look over this numbnuts big ass head. So I thought it was cool. Like I said, it was an interesting new thing for me to do. I've never done something like it before. So it was fun. We met one of Sam's other friends, Sam. I know way too many Sams, by the way. She was cool. She wasn't feeling well, so she didn't stay. Then we ended up going to a bar, playing Jenga at the bar, getting hammered, until basically Sam got so drunk she almost passed on the table, so we had to take her home. That was fun. Then Sunday we did the Great Colorado Fondue Company. So we drove to Castleberry, Florida, which is like 2.5 hours away, just past all the theme parks. And the restaurant was themed really, really well. I thought the food was lackluster, except for the dessert. The dessert was cool. We ended up basically buying where you do like this 4-course deal where you've got like an appetizer, you got a fondue appetizer. Well, you get like a super salad, then you get the fondue appetizer, and then you get a main course, and then you get a dessert. So we get through the first 3, the dessert comes out. And everyone's really excited. So like Sam picked the peanut butter and chocolate fondue. Carmen and Chris and Dusty got the white chocolate fondue with like cookies and cream. And we're sitting there and Sam's like, oh my God, I can make s'mores. Because this thing had like strawberries and graham crackers and marshmallows and all these different things. I mean, it was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different, I had to be about 6 or 7 actually, like different items you could dip in the chocolate. And we're like, all right, yeah, let's make s'mores. That'd be great. Sam starts building the s'mores and she's like, oh, this isn't really going to be a s'mores. My marshmallows aren't toasted. I look at Dusty. Dusty looks at me. I break out the Zippo torch lighter, right? So I'm like, dude, we going to get it on. I was like, y'all want some toasted s'mores? Let's toast some s'mores. So your boy breaks out the lighter and we light it up. So I start, like at this time, everyone's cracking up. They can't believe I've done it. Like, they're like, what the fuck is this? And so, you know, Sam's like, screw it. So Sam's toasting her marshmallow on the open flame. Carmen's like, well, I want a toasted marshmallow. So she's toasting her marshmallow. Dusty's like, I'm in. So I toast Dusty one. I toast me one. And of course, I like my marshmallows like burnt. Like, I want them toasted, melted, ready to go. And Carmen's like, oh my God, you need to put that away. Your marshmallow's on fire. You're going to set an alarm. I'm like, everything on the table's on fire. It's a fondue joint. But we all laughed, had a great time. So that was really, really cool. But yeah, so that was my weekend. I mean, 4 days straight, just not home. So I didn't really have a lot of time last week after I did my videos to get them uploaded on top of the shit going on with the lawyer. We'll explain that as we get going. But as you can tell, I've got my handy dandy, not my box cutter here because we got another shipment from Entertainment Earth. So I think these are more premiums. I think. Could be some Batman sets. I think there's one last set of the fourth quarter Batman sets. Or these might be my Contra figures. I don't really know. Survey says this is a lot of cases of pop culture premiums. So this is 3 more cases of premiums. Pop culture. The last set we had the Airwolf in them. I have no idea what's in this set. Whatever it was, I wanted a lot of because I bought a lot of cases. So we're only going to open up one of these cases. They are all the exact same assortment, it looks like. HXD63 9-956M, 956M, 956M. So they're all going to be the exact same case. So we'll just only need to do one of these. I have one final case of Hot Wheels coming of mainlines, or two cases, but one more order. So that should be the 2026 cars, which if you've been following Instagram and Facebook, you know that I hit the 2026 treasure hunt at Publix the other day. So I grabbed a couple quick cars from them. And then I've got the Contra figures, and then Entertainment Earth put a delay on the Terrifier exclusive Loungefly that I ordered. I ordered a case of those for a friend, and they're now not going to get here till March of next year, so kind of disappointed in that, but is what it is. All right, this is an exact other case of the last premiums. So we've got the Snoopy, we got the 66 Batmobile. This looks like basically, I think I ordered like 6 or 8 cases. The Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas van, the Cyberpunks, the Turbo VTEC, and then of course, what I really wanted out of these cases were the Airwolf helicopter. So now that I have 3 more cases of this, I think I'm going to take the last case that I opened, and I said I was going to open the Airwolf vans, or open the Airwolf helicopter, so I had one to like display and hang out with. I'm definitely going to do that now because I have plenty of them to sell. I have plenty of cases sealed. Yeah, so that's it. Updates with the lawyer. I've worked with. It took me like 5 days to get. It was like 1,400 pages of it. No, what was it? It was a lot. It was like 1,000 pages of PDF over the last 7 years, and I basically extracted the PDFs into. I found it best. originally I used Adobe's Professional and exported to a CSV, and that just screwed everything up. Like the formatting, everything was gone. So I found out that by exporting it to an XML, I would be able to process it a lot better. So processed the PDF to XML, got the XML to Excel, took it from Excel, ran it through Power BI, and I found a bunch of interesting things. Out of 495 properties in this neighborhood, 105 of them have received no violations this year. There was another probably 50 or 60 that didn't receive a violation in 2024 either. And the neighbor across the street hasn't had a violation in 3 years, which is bullshit. So I took that information, I pulled all the records of who received no violations in 2025, and I started driving around the neighborhood taking photos of their houses and found a lot of wild shit, including one guy that's got a grill covered in front of his garage, in front of his property, which there is a clean item in the handbook that says your grill cannot be sitting out on the front of your property. It's got to be behind a fence. And that guy didn't receive no violation. So I contacted the lawyer and I said, look, what's our next steps? And the lawyer was like, well, we have a case of essentially selective violations. We are going to go through and request that they erase your record, that they remove your fines, and we're good. I'm like, no, we're not. First off, I spent almost $6,000 on you just to deal with this bullshit. Second off, that's not what I want. I want the fuck out of this neighborhood. So I actually gave him an entire list of demands that I wanted. I was like, you take all of this, plus the fact that there are people in this neighborhood that have 22 violations this year. And it's not even 10 months into the year. That means on an average of 2.25 violations every single month. And then you got 104 that have none. I was like, I will dump all these findings on Facebook. And I will get every one of my neighbors that have had more than 10 violations, so one a month all year, to get added in to go after the HOA. I was like, I want to make this, at this point, I want to make it a class action lawsuit. I was like, I need you to come up with a better plan because it's not acceptable. I didn't spend $6,000 to get out of 2. So that email went to the lawyer on Tuesday. I'm waiting to see what he comes back with. I'm hoping he's looking into it and taking this serious because I'm dead ass serious. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take these guys to court. I'm ready to fight. I absolutely am just ready to have at it. So I'm hoping the lawyer comes back with something viable for me in the next 2 days. I'd love to get something in writing, get something over to the HOA, and really go to toes with these fucking cunts. So, yeah, that's it. Nothing exciting in the Hot Wheels. Like I said, we've seen all these before. I've got extra cases now, and it's been a long weekend. I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna nap. I've got a call at 1 a.m. with my offshore, and I've got 40th anniversary of Back to the Future tomorrow in 4DX. We're gonna drive back over to Orlando and go see it in 4DX, so that's gonna be fun. And then next month is Now I See You, Now You See Me, Now I See You, Now You See Me, Now You See Me 3. So that's next month. I think me and Sam are going to go see that. And then Sam's birthday's in December. So it's going to be like fairly hectic again for the next couple months. But yeah, with that, for actually case openings, this is probably going to be my last couple videos. So I did close the LLC temporarily, or at least I put the LLC on hold with the state temporarily. I haven't been doing any sales. No reason to keep paying taxes on a business that I'm not doing anything with right now. With that's going to come closing I basically have canceled Diamond. Like, Diamond going bankrupt, I'm not going to buy from them. So I'm done with my Diamond account. I'll be done with Entertainment Earth. I won't be able to order next year without my tax license. So I'll probably order, if I do any case openings next year, case breaks, it'll be from just buying direct with no wholesale discount. Which I might still do, because I really do enjoy just opening cases of Hot Wheels. So we'll see how everything goes. All right, guys. Next video, we'll have you lots more updates. See ya.